What's up, YouTube? Erod212 here with another video. So today, it's that time again. Time for the back nine. What books are we going to be looking at today? You know what? Something near and dear to everybody's heart right now. Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, Spec books. I think this is going to be an amazing topic, and I want to give a big shout out and thank you to Ben from CBSI for always putting out this content. If you're not checking out that website, please go take a look at it. I'll leave a link in the description. Also, my man Phil from Vintage Comics and Toys for compiling this stuff. I mean, it's a daunting task. Like, he does it with flair every time. Just keeps coming up with great topics. Both of those guys are on social media. Look them up. Also, check them out on Whatnot because they're putting out amazing auctions. You know what? Speaking of Whatnot, I want to thank everybody that came out and supported me at my last auction this Tuesday. It was a success. I had a blast. It was just like the YouTube auctions, just in a different format. Shout out to everybody that showed up. All my guys from New York Warriors that showed up, the Principal Defects, just everybody that showed, Emerald Knight, all these guys that came out and showed support. I really appreciate the community for that. And you know what? I'll be back next Tuesday, same time, 7 o'clock. So if you're available, stop on by. Don't have to buy none. Just come on and say hello. I'm going to leave a link in the description so that you can access my channel over there. If you're not subbed up to me on Whatnot, give me a sub. So last week we talked about this book, and this is a giveaway that we're running. And big shout out to CBSI, Vintage Comics and Toys, for giveaways now. I love giving stuff to the community. And this is that beautiful virgin cover for the comicbookexclusives.com. And there was only 600 copies of this book. All right. So, well, without much ado, let's do a giveaway and let's give this book away to our community today. All right. So we're going to go in here. We're going to randomize it. We're going to filter the duplicates now. To get our comments. We got 21 unique comments on there. All right. And let's start it now. Fight the good fight. Congratulations. Hit me up on IG. It's Erod212 on Instagram. Let me know that you were the winner of this prize here and provide me with your information, and I'll get this book out to you as quickly as possible. I appreciate that. And you know what? I think it's time now for us to start getting going and looking at some of these banger books because there's some real quality in here. All right. So let's take a look at this. Phil says, so there was a lot of speculation going into movie and many hints that the Doctor Strange movie would be the bridge for what's to come. The CBSI panel then watched the movie, now has their best recommendations for post-best investment Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness comics. We also want to welcome Ali from A&Z Comics, who brings a wealth of comic knowledge, industry knowledge, and he will be making picks on the list. Also, check out his new eBay Pulse articles. So welcome, Ali. Great to see you joining this community here and bringing your content here. It's always great to get fresh perspectives. I love it, and just bringing all that good stuff. Vision and Scarlet Witch number 12. First appearance of Speed Wiccan. For my Multiverse of Madness back nine pick, I will go with Vision and Scarlet Witch number 12. Certain to dip yet again, but no doubt it will be coming around again at some point. I own 0 copies right now, but will buy on the dip. The kids show up, so I'm looking forward to seeing more of the twins and seeing them grow with their powers. You know what? You're going to get the twins, and, we've all talked about it, that Young Avengers is coming, and the twins are a big integral part of Young Avengers. So what better way to do it than with that? That series there is expensive. I know, like, the 12-issue set was going for over $100 at one point now. Can you get it cheaper? Maybe now after the movie dies down a little bit, but it's definitely a book to look at and something to think about purchasing. Now let's take a look at the next pick over here, because the next book is a doozy. And it's Vengeance number 1, a pricey book right now. It's the first appearance of America Chavez. She held her own and looks like a good future MCU character and was the best part of the movie. And that comes from my man, Mighty Mel V. You know what? The response to America Chavez seems pretty much to be, a positive response. There's always some naysayers that are going to, say a few things and not agree with the character. But all in all, The community seems to be appreciating his character, and she's now nowhere near done. There are so many things that can be done with that character in the future. It's going to be interesting to see what Marvel does with that character. All right, and now we're going to go with Topher's pick here, and he goes with New Avengers number 33. This is the Ultron 1 in 25 variant, the first universal incursion. The destruction of Earth by collision with another Earth from the multiverse is now a major MCU plot point. I tell you, every time you think that you have Marvel figured out, they throw us a loop, and that's exactly what that is. That is a loop that at least I did not expect. And you see where they're picking. They pick from such obscure story arcs that you don't even realize it, and just meld multiple stories together. So gone are the days of us saying, oh, you know what? They're going to do this story and only this story, because that's not the way it works anymore. It totally doesn't work that way anymore. Topher's next pick is New Avengers number 2, the 1 in 50 variant from 2013. It's the origin of incursions. I'm pretty sure the plot line of the incursions will happen, and a lot of Spec also contains people who want to read the actual comics. If you want to go for the gauntlet, get Captain America and the Mighty Avengers number 9. First cover appearance of an incursion. Pretty cool cover. Pretty sure Disney can also talk about climate change and the environment on screen as an undertone. Makes a lot of sense if they go that route. Well said, well thought out, and with, like he said, with everything that Disney does and represents, talking about climate and environment and everything else, makes all the sense in the world. We've talked about race, we've talked about sexism and everything else, so why not do that? Something that Marvel could definitely look at. All right, next pick is going to be Peter Renner's pick, and he's going to go with America number 1, first America Chavez solo series. As folks get priced out of their first appearance with Avengers number 1, they'll turn to the first solo. It happened with Miles, Gwen, Kamala, etc. $30 may seem like a bargain soon, and don't sleep on the variants for the solo series as well. Plus, there are some crazy fun stories that can tell if they decide to give us. They can tell if they decide to give us an America Chavez show. Great pick, and not only the variants, but second prints. So that America Chavez has a second print that has the gold bar. I highlighted that in another one of our videos. A book you guys should be looking for also, especially if you can get it in high grade. That book is in demand. When you go to these shows and you walk around, you're seeing America number 1 on the wall as a wall book. At first, you scoff at it and you're like, really? But now, I learned not to doubt anything, man. It's just anything and everything can become hot at one point. It's just the way it is. All right, so now Jack Kornblatt, who always has great picks, goes with Avengers number 186, the first appearance of Chthon. My man Matty Ford, shout out to him for calling Chthon before everyone even thought about it. My man is a master researcher, and he did a great job on this one. Multiverse of Madness confirmed that Chthon exists in the MCU and was the source of the Darkhold's magic. With an Agatha Harkness show confirmed, this creates a real easy opportunity for the character to show up and for the Darkhold to be further explored. And the Darkhold leads to all things that Marvel can do with the occult and monsters and all of that stuff. It could lead to Ghost Rider and all of that stuff. So interesting the way Marvel is laying out the groundwork, because it was something that I don't think most of us saw. People speculated Chthon. Nobody thought Agatha Harkness was going to get her own series. And surprise, surprise. I mean, the character was a great character. I just actually rewatched it. My son was telling me to rewatch it, and it was that good. It was really, really good. All right, and now we're gonna go with Doctor Strange number 175, the first cover appearance of Clea. While Strange Tales 126 is getting hotter by the day, you can get her first cover for a bargain if you stick with ungraded copies. If Strange Tales 126 is too pricey, you can also grab Marvel Collector's Item Classics number 17. That's the first reprint of her first appearance, and that's Ali's pick. And that is a good one. And just to add on that, if you guys look around, that's an okay cover appearance, but there is another further issue where she is with Doctor Strange, and you see full Clea in it. And it's just a beautiful cover that runs cheap because it's not the first cover appearance or anything, but I think it's the better cover appearance of her in her early stages. Right, and now we're gonna go with Ali goes with Earth X number 4. This is a fantastic pick. This book used to sit in bins forever. This Earth X series. It's the first appearance of Clea as the Sorcerer Supreme. It's still under $20, and sure, Clea is definitely a long game for Disney. I think so. I think that it. I think so. I think it happens. New Comic Book Day investors should all feel confident about the Doctor Strange #1 from 2022, which is the first Clea as Sorceress Supreme solo series long term as a possible story arc. It would be great to see Charlize Theron get the mantle of Sorceress Supreme one day in the future. Now, like I said, that's Ali. This is a good book. It's a great spec pick because you can find that book out there in the wild, guaranteed. That book is out in the wild for cheap people, even in bins. I guarantee you that people do not see that book in bins. So definitely a good pick. And then my man Phil goes with a banger. He goes with Secret Wars #1. People keep pointing to Secret Wars to happen. I think we will get the Tom Holland black suit Spider-Man for the live action storyline, and people are going to go absolutely bonkers if it happens. So get a Secret Wars #8 too. Yeah, Secret Wars #8, man. That book spiked up. Even #1 is selling for more than it did in a long time, especially in high grade newsstand editions and the Canadian price variant editions. They're all going for commanding nice money now. But don't sleep on all those other Secret Wars issues in there. There's a couple of really good covers, like 5, and I think it's 10 or 11. There's a Doom cover where he's battle damaged, and then there's a Doom without the mask. Just good books to speculate on if you're thinking about that Secret Wars story arc. But that's the group's picks. And you know what? I'm going to show you guys my pick. But before I show you my pick, here's next week's giveaway. So it's War of the Bounty Hunters. And this is from IG Comic Store. And there are only 500 copies of this book that were printed. Look at that gorgeous cover. So to win this book, you have to be subscribed to my channel. You have to like this video and leave a comment. And next week, I will do a drawing and send this book out to one lucky winner. All right. So before before I go to my next pick, just make sure, like I said, leave a comment. Also, stop over at CBSI's website. Leave comments on their videos over there, because the more input we put into this community, the better it is. And I'm going to go with this book, and I want you guys to tell me what you think, because I think this is a good pick. All right. And I'm going to go with Young Avengers #14 from the 2013 series. As all collectors know, the trend now is to go after a character's first appearance, then second appearance. Also go after the origin of the character if it's not told in the first or second issue. Young Avengers #14 is the origin of America Chavez. Is a severely undervalued book, in my opinion. Copies can be gotten for cheap, as most people are focusing on the first series of Young Avengers and not this series. You can go on eBay now and get copies of this book for $10. So that's dirt cheap. June 11th, BronxCon is back, and it's going to be a banger. New York Warriors are going to be there. Principal Defects are going to be there. I believe Javon Jordan is going to be there. A bunch of Keith Williams, a bunch of other artists. They're going to have captured collectibles, authenticating autographs there. They're going to have another floor just for cards and collectibles of that sort. So if you're into a sports card game, that's going to be there also. Cosplay contest. This is going to have everything. It's going to be a really, really good show. Definitely something that you guys should be watching. So hit that show up if you get the chance. Stop by, say hello. Community is going to be out in full effect, and they're bringing a good thing to a location that didn't have shows for a long time. And shout out to Lone Wolf for doing that, because it just keeps getting better and better every time. I went to both of the ones they had, and each time it got better. So this time around, it can only be better. You know, they keep improving, and they've got new ideas and just bringing in people that we didn't see before, and bringing things to the show that you get at a bigger con, but you're getting it in the Bronx. So now guys that are in Connecticut or upstate or anything else, local show for those guys. It's just a little drive. There's a parking garage. If you want to leave your car in the parking garage there, it's usually what I do, at park in the garage. walk right across the street, boom, up, elevator up to the second floor, you're in the show. That's the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Check out these videos because there's some real good content on these videos also. And until my next video, peace.